I wanted to talk today about activities that require a level of higher order thinking, whereby you weigh pros and cons and consequences to determine the best result or outcome. What I'm really thinking here is activities that require students to vote on the best option. I find that these types of activities are really good because they not only get the students to start critically thinking about different ideas and weighing pros and cons, which is certainly a necessary skill that all humans need to sort of master when they become adults, but it also requires students to actually delve deeper into a subject that they are studying, whether it's English or science or history. And the good thing about using these types of activities in your class is that they're just so malleable and flexible and dynamic. And for those of you who follow my videos, you'll know that I do love my dynamic and flexible videos. You could do many different types of scenarios when you are getting students to vote on something that they care about or that they've been going over. One possibility is to have students form a council that votes on the woman or man of the year, and you could literally give like profiles of people that you know or celebrities that are in English speaking culture or figures that the students themselves know, and you could have the students decide on who is the most accomplished. On the flip side of this type of activity, you can also decide on a person or thing that gets to have punishment of some sort, or someone who is the most deserving of a punishment. One of the activities I did in a previous lesson in my English class was I had students vote on one person who will be devoured by a minotaur. I set up the scene to be ancient Greece, pre-Theseus, and I told the students that young people every year were typically thrown to the minotaur and eaten alive, and the students were given profiles of different people and they had to decide who would get eaten by the minotaur. So it's a bit brutal, but it's still fun and exciting, and it gets the students to think. And you could do this type of activity easily in a history class, for example, by having the students weigh the pros and cons of Benedict Arnold, Abraham Lincoln, and a host of other figures that they might be going over in their U.S. history class or world history class or civilization and some other type of culture that they're going over. I mean, this activity of just weighing in on different qualities of a person and characteristics are really kind of a great way of reviewing material. That said, there are also games where students can decide on the best qualities of a person. So you can put on the whiteboard or the blackboard the name of a teacher or just the word teacher. And you could then invite the students to think of different qualities of teachers that they think are the most important in terms of a teacher being the most successful teacher that he or she can be. Or you can talk about what makes for the most heinous crime, what is the worst type of crime. Or you can talk about the most successful type of person. You can just scale it up and make it a more general type of concept. So using sort of broad categories and sort of broad labels of awards and punishments and titles and just sort of things of that nature, and getting the students to vote on someone or something or to categorize different qualities is really just a good way of reviewing material and synthesizing it and bringing the material to life and getting the students to apply some of what they care about to the lessons that they're learning. And it therefore then makes the lessons more accessible. Bye for now.